Hey again, it's Michelle, of course, and we're here for my third attempt to give you a live stream on 2017 Take 2 Day 4, which is all about what must change immediately for you to really up-level your daily action with your ultimate goal in business. So that's what we're here for. I apologize for the disconnection the past 2 times, but we're going to try it once more. So we're talking about what will change immediately. And I don't want you, as we go into this, and I'll say this a couple times, but I don't want you to get into a thought of, I can't make that change immediately, right? Like, I don't want you to get into the how you could make that change immediately, or what has to happen first, or, you know, or how far off that change tends to be. So I just want to put that out there right up front. So what must change immediately? So the first part of this live stream is I want you to really get quiet with yourself, and I want you to look at 2 different things. The first thing I want you to look at is your current reality, right? Like what your business feels like, how it's earning, how it, the pace of your business, the pride of your business, the dailiness of your business. Like, what does it look like right now? And almost as if we were weighing scales. Like, I want us to hold the reality of our today in this one hand, and then I want us to really think for a second about where our business could be. What is the fullness of this vision for our business? Even if it seems wild, even if it's so amazing that you wouldn't dare say it to another human, right? So I want us to weigh those, like the current reality of our business in terms of income, impact, and influence, and then like what is that big vision? And I want us to really like look at those both and kind of just ponder it for a second, like the differences between where we are right now and where we could be, or possibly even where we know we should be, right? And so I want us to kind of look at that. And I need us to answer this question. And again, don't get into the how, and don't get into the I could never or any of that. But like, what must change immediately? Even if you don't think you can do it immediately, that's not what today is about. Today's about awareness. But what would have to change immediately to make this big dream happen, right? I want to share a little bit of my own kind of answer to this question, because not because it's particularly relevant to you, although it might be, but because I want us to kind of get this conversation started, and I want us to really become aware of like the things that are within our control to take our business from where it is right now to where it could be or where it should be. So we want to look at a few different things, right? We want to look at not just what the stupid, simple things that should change immediately, or that would have to change immediately, right? But we also want to look at the hard stuff, which I'll go into both in just a minute. And when I share my stuff, I want to reveal, I have to reveal something that I've hinted at about a while back, and I haven't really revealed publicly to our little tribe. And so, but it came out of sort of me just searching my own sort of heart and schedule and all of that, and seeing what was aligned for me. So when I asked the question for today, what must change immediately for you to smash your 2017 goals? Like, what would have to change immediately? Even if you think you can't do it, whatever. So the first thing we want to look at are the stupid, simple things that you need to do, right? And but more than that, I'm asking for the big stuff that you're not sure you're able to do, or not sure you can afford to do, or not sure how to do, or you're not sure how it would work out, or whatever. Like, that's the kinds of stuff I'm looking at. So first, the stupid stuff. So as you know, one example for me, most of us, a lot of us were around for our 30-day business challenge, and it's where I showed up and we live streamed for 30 days straight. And I realized in that time that one of the stupid, simple things I needed to change immediately was I don't wake up and put on makeup first thing in the morning. And I am not really, I'm going to show up on these live streams with nothing on my face. And so now that's not a confidence issue. That's sort of a choice issue. Maybe what's it called? Pride issue, I don't know. But a vanity issue. But it really it was holding me back from doing live streams, right? And so I sort of had to make this commitment that I was going to wake up and I was going to put my face on, so I'm ready to live stream. And so when I had like downloads and thoughts and things that I wanted to share, I could just show up, and I didn't have that extra time. So the thing is, this was a stupid little decision, because I don't work out before I live stream. I work out later in the day, which means I'm going to wake up, I'm going to put on my face, and then I'll have to take off my makeup to work out. And so that's like the stupid simple stuff. What can you put into your everyday that just makes it easier for you to show up and speak with your market and be your best self and all of that? So when I ask you what needs to change immediately, like it could be something stupid simple like my little makeup routine, right? But the bigger stuff, and again, I'm not asking you to commit to changing this immediately. I want you to just identify. I want you to acknowledge what you need to change immediately. So don't concern yourself with whether you think it's possible or not, right? I just want you to acknowledge when you are looking at where you are right now and where you really feel like your business could and should be, right? In the depths of your heart, when you first began, when you're journaling, when you're planning out your goals for a new year, like what is that wild dream of like, what if I could do that, right? And so when you're looking at those, what big shift would you need to make before your business really can reach that wild success that you know that it's probably destined for? What would you need to change immediately, even if you think you can't change it immediately? What kinds of things need to change immediately for your business to reach its fullest potential? And get into that totally wild, like pinch me kind of success. So Debbie says, yeah, makeup is that stupid little stuff for me. I always say I hate doing video, but the truth is I hate having to look great. That's right? Like, so it matters. And so, I remember, growing up, my dad would say, God didn't make no pretty women. And he was kind of joking, but in other words, like, go put your face on, right? Put makeup on. And he said it was never in any way like taken to heart. My mom and I never felt like he didn't think we were beautiful. It's just kind of a funny thing he used to say. But I do want to put on my makeup every day. And I want to do it not just for my live streams, but just, almost like some people will say, you want to get dressed every day when you work at home. Well, I don't do that. Like I mainly work out. I mainly work in my workout clothes. But I do want to put forward my best face when I'm live streaming. And so that requires me to put on at least a little bit of makeup. So let's talk a little about those big shifts, right? And I want to reveal my answer to that. Again, first of all, I think it's important because I haven't said it publicly before, but also it's just to kind of get you thinking along the lines of what might the answer be for you when we think about big shifts, big changes that we need to make immediately, right? Even if we can't afford it, even if we don't think we can do it right now. So for me, this answer was very simple and very clear, and I didn't want to admit it for a few different reasons, but it was just very clear. And so for me, I'm not taking on any other private clients like ever. So I love the private clients that I have. I have fired a couple, but I do love the ones that I have. I'm not firing them, but I won't take on any more. It's just not aligned for me, right? Like, so when I look at where I am right now and where WOW is heading, the whole idea of me having private clients is just no longer aligned. So private time with me will be obviously with you guys. Like our members can have that via our laser sessions that comes with membership, via the private strategy sessions that you can buy on my website, or via the in-person intensives, the VIP days that I offer. It's the only way that I'll be working with people privately from now on. And this was a big deal for me. I think one of it, frankly, I make a lot of money working with clients privately. And so, there's that. But also I had this story in my head that in order to be relevant, and to stay relevant, I needed to be actively working with a certain number of private clients in various different industries. So even how I've taken on private clients in the past, several I would say a couple years. It has been, I choose my private clients based on their industry and what they're up to, so that it kind of rounds out the different places I'm getting my hands dirty in terms of marketing and mindset and sales and all of that. But I had this story that I couldn't be my best without these private clients, and then I realized it was really, really holding me back, and so I made the decision that the big shift for me is I'm just not taking on any more private clients. And so your answer might be something similar, but it could also be when we look at where I am now and where I could be or should be, that kind of bridge, that gap that we're looking at. We need to, it could be that we need to hire someone new, hire a new employee, or it could be that we need to hire a coach, or it could be that we need to bring in a housekeeper or a nanny, or put up some more boundaries in a personal relationship, or drop a client, right? Like, I cannot tell you the release when you have a client that is, even if they're providing 20% of your income, if they're 80% of your stress, like, I just can't tell you the difference that can make, and getting drag off of your business. So this is really about the next level you. This is really about what you must change to catapult yourself to the next level for you, and to catapult yourself into actually the role of being at the helm of this business that you envision, right? That's right up here. It's very real up here. It just hasn't shown up in the real world yet. And so I need you to answer honestly, and you can answer in the comments below. You can answer in a private message to me, or you can just answer to yourself, right? I'm not asking you to make this change immediately, because it might be pretty huge, but I'm asking you, when you consider these two, the contrast between where you are now and where you could be or should be, what is it that must change immediately? Like, what big shift do you know you must make that maybe you've been putting off, or maybe you think one day you'll get to it, or whatever? And what are the small shifts as well? And so I really want us to consider this without considering the how or the affordability of it or whatever. We're going to get there as we move through these 21 days together and move through the month of July, which I'm really excited about. But I just want you to acknowledge those big shifts. I'll be honest with you. I started acknowledging the fact that I knew I shouldn't be taking on private clients probably last year. I would say October, November. And, but I was like, then I had a waiting list of people who had already put down deposits to work with me. And then and so there were all these like little things that were coming up, and then, but it just kept coming up. And I knew this was a shift in my business that I needed to take. So, I'm having our official Women Who Wow blog, which is at bmichellepippin.com. I'm having that, just redone right now. And, obviously taking down the private coaching, page and all of that stuff. And it was a big shift. But even just writing it down, even just acknowledging it as this is where I'm heading, right? And having that conversation with my team, having that conversation with my husband, and kind of planning for what that would look like. Even before I really was committed to it, I knew that's where I was going. I wasn't sure when, but anyway, that's what I want from you. I want the acknowledgement. I want the decision. I know this is what I'm supposed to do, even if I'm afraid to do it, or I don't know how I'm going to do it, or I can't afford to do it, or whatever. So that's the challenge today. I really want to help you guys through this. So you can private message me, put a comment below, whatever works for you. And we will bob and weave. As much as you give into this program, I will give back. So please comment, please give it time. Every year, I feel like it goes so quick between July and December, and we need to make the most of it. And not just because we need money or anything like that, but we need to make the most of it because we have something in us, right? Like, all of us have a calling. All of us do. And I do not believe that just because you have a calling means that you're going to reach your destination, right? Because there's a lot of things that can get in the way. There's a lot of things that can derail us. And so every day we're going to be refocusing our business. 1 degree by 1 degree by 1 degree, and aligning it again with the goals that we set for ourselves back in December of last year, January of this year, whenever you do your New Year planning. And it's something that we're going to do little teeny tweaks by little teeny tweaks. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Always tag me if you would when you are, looking through your, I'm sorry, I just got text messages coming in. They're like left and right. But tag me if you want me to see it. I usually see it anyway, but make sure you tag me and let me help you. Today we're looking for the big shifts, but also little stupid simple shifts. Tomorrow we're going to talk about some equally tough kind of decisions, but really excited about the way this is going. Excited about Women Who Wow. Love you guys, and I'm really honestly grateful for just the opportunity to serve and to be part of this tribe of women entrepreneurs. So talk with you guys soon. Let me know how I can help. Bye.